There's nothing that says artistic bravery like an actor turning their back on their established brand and trying to do something different. Like leopards changing their spots, it's both unexpected and can have huge impact. Though I guess these ones are more equivalent to the leopard shaking itself down, collecting all its spots back up, and painting a giant F you down its side with the remnants. In the same way, these actor transformations are entertaining and, surprising in equal measure. In case you were wondering, Adam Sandler isn't among them because he sometimes proves he can do against his type and then goes back to it like some sort of sadist. More interesting are the ones who didn't just break their typecasting but smashed it into tiny pieces with extreme choices. With that in mind, I'm Ash from Whatculture, and these are 7 actors who broke typecasting in the most epic way. 7. Steve Carell, Foxcatcher. While he had done serious stuff before, Steve Carell's break came as part of the Dana Carvey Show, which led to predominantly comic roles, including his first major movie part as Brick Tamland in Anchorman. His casting in The Office doubled down on that persona, and he was adopted as part of Hollywood's so-called frat pack, alongside Owen Wilson, Will Ferrell, Vince Vaughn, and Luke Wilson. In 2014, Carell unexpectedly played sinister millionaire heir in Foxcatcher, leaving his slightly goofy everyman image behind for the thoroughly detestable monster in a seriously unfunny film. It was like the anti-Carell movie, and whilst comedy actors do often excel in straight roles, they tend to be ones with lots of pathos as opposed to something so grotesque. Since then, his focus has shifted to more dramatic roles with critical acclaim following, so it was definitely a good gamble. 6. Robert Pattinson, Cosmopolis. When he starred in Twilight, Robert Pattinson hadn't done enough to qualify as having a type of role. Though Harry Potter fans will fervently tell you differently, as they took to his brief appearance as Cedric Diggory so intensely that he basically had the YA heartthrob image before he'd even played Edward Cullen. It was inevitable that the label would stick as soon as he became the centre of that shiny-skinned franchise. However, as the hero of David Cronenberg's mind-bending adaptation of Don DeLillo's novel Cosmopolis, he is far removed from the twinkle-eyed hero of his other films. It was so different that the inevitable hordes of Twilight fans who went to see it were simply left baffled. But it did prove to be a launching point for Pattinson to do a lot more interesting work. His CV now reads like he's actively trying not to draw any parallels with his Twilight work. 5. Jonah Hill, Moneyball. Up until his breakout lead role in Superbad, Jonah Hill turned up as lovable loser supporting characters and came to be known as one of Judd Apatow's guys. Superbad really set his character image as a profane, frequently mean but lovable douchebag with no filter. I feel you, Jonah Hill, and it looked like that would be it for him. After the disaster of his own animated show Alan Gregory, Hill turned up unexpectedly in the exceptional Moneyball, kicking off his stoner label to play sabermetric genius and Yale graduate Peter Brand. There were no gags, no opportunities for gross-out humour, and a far more subtle character all round. Hill knocked it out of the park, proving himself capable of more serious roles and transforming himself into an Oscar darling. Even still while making outrageous, literal food porn movies like Sausage Party. 4. Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad. Up until 2000, if you saw Bryan Cranston, it was in a supporting role in the likes of Seinfeld or Saving Private Ryan. But his casting as goofball father Hal in Malcolm in the Middle gave him a career and an image. And no matter what he did in filmic terms, he was Hal, who everyone seemed to remember dancing in his underpants.
I'm so full of bacon, my body's meant for shaking.
In 2008, Cranston's career was turned upside down by AMC when his clean-cut image from Malcolm in the Middle was used to establish some expectations for Breaking Bad's mild-mannered chemistry teacher Walter White. From those early days, he became completely unrecognizable as White turned into Heisenberg and Cranston drifted further and further from his comedy image. The transformation was stunning and is now absolutely inseparable from the image of White, who everyone remembers cooking meth in his underpants. Some things never change. 3. Robin Williams, 1 Hour Photo. From Mork and Mindy onwards, Robin Williams was an affectionate goon, doing voices and embodying all cartoonish characters.
Well, I do voices.
For the most part, he did outrageous comedies with larger-than-life figures who usually demanded wacky physical performances. Williams had done drama well in the past, such as in Good Will Hunting, but most of the time he still made sure those characters were likeable, hence the appeal of his casting. But he turned everything down and the sinister factor right up for both Insomnia and 1 Hour Photo. Without the laughs, 1 Hour Photo's portrait of a chilling psychopath in particular was completely alien to the rest of his CV. In place of mugging was a spine-tingling quiet and calm, as his earnesty became something altogether more terrifying. He slipped into the role with scary ease. Let's be honest, it was scary. Scary ease. 2. Daniel Radcliffe. Horns. In short, he's Harry Potter. Radcliffe might not have debuted in the Potter franchise, but playing any character that beloved and that famous was inevitably going to stay with Radcliffe forever. His face is probably the one most people think of when they imagine Harry Potter, which is good for personal wealth, but not for creative growth. Almost immediately after the Potter films, Radcliffe struck out to make a different name for himself, going full frontal in stage play Equus and then making horror the Woman in Black. But it was dark horror fantasy Horns that really broke the mold for him. Instead of a boy wizard, he plays a sort of demonic loner, accused of raping and killing his girlfriend who grows horns and sets about using his magical powers to get everyone to confess their deepest, darkest desires and secrets. Seeing him urinate on a memorial, have sex, get drunk and kill someone through a deep-throating / snake incident is very not Harry Potter. Or at least you'd think. There's some strange parodies out there. 1. Elijah Wood, Sin City. Like Daniel Radcliffe, Elijah Wood was typecast by success of a billion-dollar franchise. In this case, The Lord of the Rings. He'd already made a name for himself in earlier roles like North and Flipper, but playing Frodo Baggins essentially burned the image of Hobbiton into him like the burning writing inside the One Ring. Wood went really, really dark for Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller's Sin City. At the polar opposite end of the morality scale to Frodo, he played demonic cannibal murderer Kevin, who ends up being killed in the grisliest way possible. And such is the transformation of his performance into the monster that you practically cheer for it. Try imagining that whilst watching Frodo save Middle-earth. And that's our list. Who else had a quick change that deserves to be on this list? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I've been Ash and this has been Whatculture. Make sure to subscribe to the Whatculture YouTube channel for more lists like this. And don't forget to visit whatculture.com for daily news and articles. Thanks for watching.
The Force is with us. Whatculture Star Wars is our brand new channel dedicated to all things Star Wars.
We got lists, we got news, we got editorials, we've got ups and downs. We'll be covering everything to do with Star Wars, past, present, and future. It doesn't matter whether you're a prequels kind of person, an original trilogy purist, or if you just really love the sequels. If you love Star Wars, this will be a safe, positive space to come and relax, chug some blue milk, and maybe even have a death stick or two. In the meantime, it would be very droopy McCool of you if you could subscribe to the channel and follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our uploads going forward. That's all for now though. I've been Ewan, and until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye!